So it's very important when you start your real estate investment is to know the numbers. So how much is the budget to close? How much is the project rent? And how much would be the projected market value of the house? Would you be able to afford the mortgage? So those are the things that you need to know if this is really feasible for you. And every place is different, right? So you have to determine and pick the right location or area you want to invest. So first, I live in Jersey City, so I know pretty much at least Jersey City or maybe the surrounding town, how much is the houses or the rents around the area. So I started going through my budget and how much is the projected cost of the house. That's very important. Next one is the property tax. So how much is the property tax per area? So in Jersey City, they have different pockets of area in Jersey City, and every area have its own property tax. Downtown is very expensive. Compared before, it wasn't that much, but now you're running around maybe 20,000 a year for about maybe 1,000 square feet, right? So that is not feasible for me, and I really don't advise that you start just like any other investment. You really start low, and that's how you do your investment, right? You buy low, you start low, and aim high, right? So next one is when you buy a house, what are the projected repairs on the house? If there are any repairs or any furnace that you need to change, roof you need to update, any windows. So you have to consider all those factors because it has to be added to the budget of when you purchase a house. So lo and behold, if you have a good house, and it depends, right? But nowadays in Jersey City, you pretty much have to, for the most part of all my search, you have to exchange or repair something in the houses of Jersey City. It's just very fortunate when we bought the house in Journal Square. It was our first house in 2006. When I checked that out, because I know my husband doesn't repair, I really don't know anything. When I checked the house with my realtor, it was like all good, but it's not all the same when you go out and search for houses. And it would be cheap. You don't expect it to be cheap when you don't have to repair anything. When you expect a property to be at least affordable, you expect it to have a repair. So you have to learn how to project the cost of it and in your budget, and make sure that you have connection on any contractor or any electrician that you need. So that's a very important thing. And other than that, the property tax of that area. So here I just mentioned the property tax is about 20,000 for maybe 1,000 square feet, or I mean you go maybe a mile from here in Journal Square. My house there is about 11,000 for 1,000 square feet. So that's how different downtown in Journal Square. And if you go to 2 miles from downtown, 2,000 square feet is about 8,000 a year. So you really have to do your research, and every town is different. And Jersey City is now one of the most expensive area in the US. And Bayonne would be the next one now. Bayonne is also one of the expensive town in New Jersey. So I'll talk about Bayonne next time on the next segment.